hot takes, Capitol Hill. That's the focus of tonight's Angle. First, he laid out the facts.
My uncle was president. 3% of Americans were obese. Today, 74% of Americans are obese or overweight. No other country has anything like this. In Japan, the obesity rate is still 3%. And epidemics are not caused by genes. Genes may provide the vulnerability, but you need an environmental toxin. Something is poisoning the American people.
A compellingly accurate opening statement by Trump's HHS Secretary nominee, RFK Jr. Now, we can save countless lives and save billions in healthcare costs if we focus on Americans' health before they get sick. And sick they are. Now, beyond the obvious scourge of obesity that he referenced there, according to the latest figures, more than 38 million Americans have diabetes. That's about 1 in 10, and about 90% to 95% have type 2 diabetes. Depression, that's been soaring, reaching new highs, nearly 29%. Cancer is the second leading cause of death in the U.S., exceeded only by heart disease. 1 in every 5 deaths in the U.S. is due to cancer. Now, these numbers, and especially types of cancers that haven't really been hitting young people to the extent that they are now, it's heartbreaking. Now, much of this, we're going to learn, is entirely preventable. RFK Jr. wants Americans to get back to basics. And he brushed off kind of the anti-vaxxer accusation pretty well, but Democrats, they never let the facts get in the way of a good smear operation.
The receipts show that Mr. Kennedy has embraced conspiracy theories, quacks, charlatans. This is the profile of someone who chases money and influence wherever they lead, even if that may mean the tragic deaths of children.
This is a job where it is life and death for the kids that I used to work for in the Denver public schools. It's too important for the games that you're playing.
And the Oscar for Best Actor in a Political Drama goes to Michael Bennett. Now, seriously, if one had to diagnose the condition afflicting today's Democrat Party, what would it be? Because their minority status and President Trump's popularity, it's triggered their acute political psychosis.
Mr. Kennedy has questioned the scientific basis for germs causing disease and the power of vaccines and antibiotics.
I've never questioned that, Senator.
Well, I will submit that for the record.
Senator, you're asking me not to sue pharmaceutical companies. Yeah, you are. That's exactly what you're doing.
Look, no one should be fooled here.
Are you supportive of these onesies?
I'm supportive of vaccines.
Are you supportive of this clothing, which is militantly anti-vaccine?
I am supportive of vaccines.
Bernie Sanders, I actually had him on my radio in my car today. I think that blew my speaker on the passenger side. It was da-da-da-da-da. It's just more ALH, angry liberal hyperbole.
The head of the HHS must believe in science and believe the experts.
The first 100 people you'd find would be less dangerous at the head of HHS than Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
RFK Jr. wants to conduct the Tuskegee experiments on all of us. I truly believe that if he runs HHS, that millions will die.
Democrats, millions will die. Look, the Democrats, they're in a quandary here. Because after years of claiming the mantle of the healthcare protectors, they're now scrambling to take down the nomination of a true healthcare crusader, RFK Jr. Plus, let's face it, a party that holds as sacrosanct the genital mutilation of children and the in utero mutilation of babies has zero credibility on protecting health and saving lives. And I'm not even raising the COVID issue. Now, to be clear, RFK Jr. is certainly not a conservative, not on a lot of the issues that I care about, and he's never run a big institution before. But since when has that ever bothered Democrats before in cabinet picks? Can anyone say Mayor Pete? Oh, South Bend is big, though. And what RFK Jr. lacks in managerial experience, he makes up for with an unwavering dedication to improving America's spiraling health with more common sense approaches. Now, that alone has helped galvanize millions of Americans into the MAHA movement, Make America Healthy Again movement. And those people wonder why a country so rich with so many experts can be so unhealthy.
What's at stake is American health. We can either continue along the path that we've been on, or we can go a different way. And the way that RFK Jr. is proposing is that we actually get to the root causes of this chronic disease epidemic that we're seeing that's impacting our children.
It's unfortunate that this has become such a political issue because RFK has been appointed by Trump. There's a vast majority of Americans that want to see serious change in health, and I think RFK really helps. I want him to make it easier for parents to shop for their families.
Yeah, parents want answers. They don't want more obfuscation. So industry experts, lobbyists that make huge money, and they're paid by big pharma and big food, and of course our own government, have all failed us in the healthcare arena. So it's time for a fresh start. And that's The Angle.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.